It began almost without warning. One moment, Europe was settling into the gentle decline of autumn. The next, a deep, biting cold, usually reserved for January, descended with astonishing speed. Across the continent, from Berlin to the Alps, temperatures didn't just drop, they plummeted. This wasn't the slow slide into winter we expect. It was a shock, a sudden plunge that caught millions unprepared. Imagine stepping outside for a morning walk, expecting a brisk November day, only to be met with air so frigid it steals your breath. Thermometers that had read a mild 8 or 10 degrees days before now struggled to climb above freezing, or plunged far below. The change felt less like a season and more like the flick of a switch. Autumn's last vestiges vanished overnight. Life was thrown into disarray. Commuters scraped thick ice, birds lost access to food, and cities echoed with the crunch of frost and the hiss of salt on pavements. This wasn't just cold weather. It was an event, a talking point in every cafe and home. People shared photos of frozen fountains and snow-dusted streets, all asking, where did this incredible cold come from? The November shiver of 2025 wasn't just a cold snap, it was a wake-up call, a sign that our climate is becoming a thing of extremes. The gentle transition between seasons is fading, replaced by volatility that demands our attention and respect. How do scientists measure just how unusual this cold spell was? The answer: temperature anomaly. An anomaly is simply the difference between the current temperature and the long-term average for that place and time. For example, if Paris averages 7 degrees in mid-November but hits -8, that's a negative anomaly of 15 degrees. This number tells us the true scale of the event, not just how cold it is, but how far it strays from the norm. Anomalies let us compare regions meaningfully. -5 in Helsinki is normal, but in Lisbon, it's extraordinary. By focusing on deviation from average, we see which areas are experiencing the most unusual conditions. Anomalies can be positive, warmer than average, or negative, colder than average. While we often hear about record heat, powerful negative anomalies like this are just as significant. They reveal the wild variability of our climate system, showing that even in a warming world, extremes can swing both ways. Understanding anomalies is the first step to understanding our changing weather. How do we see this story unfold across a continent? Enter technology, temperature anomaly charts, and satellite imagery. Anomaly charts turn millions of data points into a simple visual, maps colored to show where temperatures deviate from the norm. Warm colors mark positive anomalies. Cool blues and purples show where it's much colder than average. When the cold snap hit, Europe's anomaly charts lit up with vast swathes of dark blue and purple, a visual bruise of cold. Satellite imagery adds another layer, showing the rapid advance of snow, the formation of ice, and the movement of cold air masses. Satellites track everything from snow cover to the temperature of the land and sea, giving us a real-time view of the event's impact. The combination of anomaly charts and satellite images provides a comprehensive story, the invisible force of cold and its visible consequences. This technology allows us to track, understand, and even forecast these events with detail unimaginable decades ago. It turns complex atmospheric science into a clear, compelling narrative. We can see both the cause and the effect, on the map and on the ground. That's how we know just how extraordinary this freeze really was. The chill wasn't spread evenly. Central and Eastern Europe bore the brunt. Poland, Germany, the Czech Republic, and Austria were at the epicenter, with temperature anomalies of up to 15 degrees below normal. Warsaw and Krakow saw nights of -10 to -15, while Berliners woke to a city encased in frost. The alpine regions of Switzerland and Austria were hit hard, with early snow reaching the valleys, chaos for travel, but a boon for ski resorts. Even northern Italy and the Balkans felt the freeze, with temperatures 8 to 10 degrees below average. Western Europe, UK, Ireland, Portugal, was spared the worst, feeling only a modest drop. The pattern was classic cold air from the east, losing intensity as it moved west. The map told a clear story: an invasion of cold from the heart of Eurasia. What caused this deep freeze? The culprit, a powerful beast from the east. A blocking high-pressure system over Scandinavia or Russia reversed the usual west-to-east flow, shutting out mild Atlantic air and opening the door to Siberian cold. Bitter, dry winds swept from the east, carrying frigid air thousands of kilometers across frozen land. This event was likely amplified by a weakened polar vortex, letting Arctic air spill south. The result, a perfect storm of atmospheric conditions, delivering an early, severe winter shock. While a single cold snap doesn't disprove global warming, research suggests a warming Arctic can destabilize the jet stream, making such extremes more likely. The beast from the east may be an old foe, but it's evolving in our changing world. The numbers tell the story best. Warsaw's mid-November average is 3 degrees Celsius. During the cold snap, it plunged to -12, with wind chills near -20, a 15-degree anomaly. Dresden, Germany, usually sees 6 degrees, but struggled to reach -4. On the Zugspitze, Germany's highest peak, temperatures hit -25, exceptional for November. Across the region, weather stations recorded anomalies of 10 to 15 degrees below normal. Imagine your home thermostat dropping from 20 to 5 degrees overnight. That's the scale of this event. The energy needed to heat homes soared, straining power grids. Even Vienna and Zagreb on the periphery saw temperatures 6 to 8 degrees below average. In meteorology, a 2 or 3 degree anomaly is notable. 10 to 15 is historic. This week's data will be studied for years as a case study in extreme weather. Beyond the data, the freeze hit people hard, especially the vulnerable. Homeless populations in cities like Prague and Berlin faced life-threatening conditions, with shelters overwhelmed and emergency appeals for aid. For everyone, the sudden winter meant scrambling. Icy roads caused accidents, plumbers rushed to fix burst pipes, and hospitals saw a spike in injuries from slips and falls. The abrupt end to autumn and confinement indoors took a toll on mental health, as parks and public spaces emptied. Farmers rushed to protect crops and livestock, while vineyards faced potential long-term damage from the hard frost. The freeze was a stark reminder of our dependence on stable seasons, and how quickly life can be disrupted. It exposed the fragility of routines, food production, and well-being in the face of climate extremes. The cold snap sent shockwaves through Europe's infrastructure. Energy grids faced record demand as millions cranked up the heat, pushing systems to their limits and sending gas prices soaring. Power plants ramped up, exposing vulnerabilities in supply and storage. Transport networks buckled. Airports scrambled to de-ice planes, railways struggled with frozen signals, and roads became hazardous. The economic cost was huge, not just in energy and repairs, but lost productivity and disrupted supply chains. Retail sales dropped as people stayed home, and emergency services were stretched thin. The event revealed how fragile our just-in-time society is when nature throws a curveball. It underscored the urgent need for robust contingency planning as extreme weather becomes the new normal. What should we take from this great November freeze? It's more than a freak event. It's a message from our climate system. The predictable rhythms of the seasons are giving way to volatility and extremes. While global temperatures rise, warming can trigger bizarre regional effects, including intense cold. A weakened jet stream, fueled by Arctic warming, can bring polar air deep into Europe. A record cold snap doesn't contradict global warming. It's a symptom of a more chaotic climate. We must foster preparedness, heeding warnings, supporting the vulnerable, and reassessing infrastructure resilience. Our world must be built for the climate of the 21st century, not the past. The November shiver of 2025 is a call to action. Climate change is here, shaping our lives now. The future won't be a gentle warming, it will be a wild ride, and this was just a glimpse.